you know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Oh, I gotta move my camera. I think like yeah, maybe like I've seen this happen in the past where like if you play a demo or like a network test, it doesn't like publish a VODs straight away. But usually like after a while it'll automatically publish. But it didn't do that. But maybe it's because also yeah, like some of the music was like DMCA'd or whatever, like it was muted. I don't usually listen to YouTube music. But usually like it would still post automatically, like I've never seen that before. That's weird. How is everyone? What's up, Noor? um, yeah, let me check and see if it'll let me do it now. Yeah, like the option is grayed out. It won't let me turn it on. It's not grayed out, but it's like turned off. And when I click, I go to like switch it over. It doesn't fucking move. So dumb. Yeah, literally won't let me turn it back on. The fuck? Is it just like that? I mean, I guess it's like that while you have some VODs that have muted audio. Because I have 0 copyright strikes. That's so stupid. That must be a new thing. But now I have to manually publish them. What's up? What's up, Vault? But what did you look at? Is that a new thing? I want to watch when I got hitless on the final boss. It must have been this one. Yeah, I found going for the R1s was way better than because I was doing like a lot of heavy R2s. And then in this last attempt I started being more aggressive and I just went for I was just spamming R1 and it was way better because I was getting like these staggers. You know where there's like a tiny explosion. I was getting like more hits in because I guess it's a number of hits based stagger like Sekiro. So yeah, I got this stagger there, and then I was able to get him in groggy.
Let's fucking go!
Fuck
you, cunt!
That was so clean.
Let's fucking go! Fuck you, cunt! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Ah! Fuck!
Okay. Up pay. You can grapple after Lone Shadow 2. Rip. Gotta be careful though. Yeah, I need to do full runs. See how I go after playing Lies of P for a couple days. Dude, after playing Lies of P, it really makes you appreciate how much fucking smoother this game is. Like, that game is clunky as hell. Compared to From Software. Like, Lies of P felt like... It felt more like fucking Dark Souls 1 levels of clunkiness. Yeah, like after I... Remember how fucking done with Sekiro I was when, like, just before Elden Ring came out? Because I was doing, like, no-hit speed. And then, like, fucking 1 week after Elden Ring, I was like... Alright, take me back to take me back to Sekiro. I was, like, craving, like, to come back to this game. Good to have, like, breaks every now and then, though. For sure. So you don't get burned out. Hopefully that helped me, even if it was only like a couple days. What's up, Emmett? Thanks for the good luck. It's so weird how like some games you can just pick back up and you like instantly, it's just like muscle memory, you pick it back up. Like I'm like that with Naruto as well, like cause I used to play that so much. I can pick that up after like not playing it for years and just like, I just feel like I know what to do. I don't even have to like think about it. What's up, M? Thanks for the good luck. Same with like Halo. Like I'll pick up Halo and yeah, just know what to do. Still be a crack shot. Yeah, I think it's the best thing you can do is do full runs. Like even like when I was, you know, when I was playing like Lies of P yesterday and I was trying to hitless that last boss, I could tell I was getting worse every time I reset after taking one hit. I would take one hit and I'd get frustrated and I'd just quit out and reload the save. And I could tell every time I did that, I got progressively worse. It wasn't until I forced myself to actually fight him fully that I would actually start to get better. And it's the same with like speedruns, like you need to do full runs all the time. And I think like Sutemo is probably the best at that. Like he always continues his runs no matter how shit. Rakio on the other hand will reset the moment one thing goes wrong, and I bet you that fucks with his mental. You can tell he gets frustrated. And he's like that because he came from Shura. And so in Shura you have to do that all the time. But now that he's doing all bosses, it's frustrating the fuck out of him probably. And it's probably screwing him. Whereas, you know, Sutemo's a more experienced all bosses runner. Yeah, like every time in the past I've done that where I've like forced myself not to get frustrated and to do full runs, I almost always end up getting world record shortly after that. Because you'll get to like late in the run and then you'll just like forget what to do. Or you'll hesitate or something. It doesn't flow. You have to actually start consciously thinking about what to do. Survival is a must. Can you feel it? Make it real. Awaken from this never ending. You guys see the live action One Piece trailer? That shit looks whack. Like, why even bother, dude? Seriously. There are some that I swear, like most animes, you can never turn into a live action without it looking like fucking goofy as. It just doesn't fit. Some things are meant to be anime only. Gum Gum Pistol. Slippery bottle. But Vizard. You guys drink out of plastic bottles or like steel bottles? Maybe I should stop drinking out of plastic. It's bad for you, right? Or certain kinds of plastic. I reckon plastic makes you a fucking, you know, makes you soy as fuck. Are you mine? I have like 2 plastic pump bottles that I drink out of when I stream. And they're easy to just pick up with one hand and drink. I would, like, cause if I had like a large, like, metal one, I don't think I'd be able to pick it up with one hand. I don't know. It'd be annoying. You buy plastic bottles? Like, you don't just have, like, filtered tap water? Like, you buy all of your water? That'd be such a waste of money. So, Chris, thanks for the good luck. No, I've been playing Lives of P, mate. Have you played that? I feel a bit fucking slow today. I slept like shit. I didn't go to bed until like 4 a.m. because I was up till like 3 a.m. killing that fucking... 3:30 a.m. killing that fucking boss. When the full game comes out, yeah, right. It's so fucking clunky. Like, the parrying is so unforgiving, I swear. It feels like almost frame perfect with the parries. It's fucking stupid. And the game definitely wants you to play with parrying. Like, because the roll, or like the step dodge is fucking pathetic. It feels like the roll is like the same window as the parry. So you may as well parry. Be aggressive. Like, what's fucking dodging gonna do? Nothing. It's not like you can like dodge and then attack, really. Yeah, but that's why you get a filter on your tap water. I feel kind of nauseous today. Why? I don't think I got like quality sleep. You've only watched a single movie, damn. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm not a movie guy either. I rarely watch movies. Only stuff I really watch, like I don't even watch Netflix or anything like that. I only watch like a couple of anime every now and then that I like. And I'd rather be productive or stream in my spare time than like, oh, I can't wait, you know. I don't get like people like, man, I can't wait for the weekend so I can watch movies. Like, fucking sit around doing fuck all. I feel like I just never have time for that. I think like watching things in like show format is better, where you can watch a little each week. I don't want to sit around for like 3 hours watching a movie. Unless it's like with a girl, you know, on a date night or something. Netflix and chill. Netflix and fucking finger bang. Finger blasters. When my friends aren't around, I'll just finger blast myself. Nice. One more week of day shift and then I'm on nights. Depresso station, but at least I get more pay. No trouble when it's double, mate. Fuck, my head feels a bit fuzzy today. Feel a bit. Lightheaded. I am machine, a part of me. .5 hours, nice. Gaming. Using demon is fun. I can't wait to do unrestricted so I can choose that cunt. Thanks, mate. Thanks for the kind words. Up, Hunter. You fucking dog. You fucking dog cunt. Yeah, when I raided Qualler yesterday, she was saying like she always lurks, but she wants to see me fight Sword Saint. And I never get to him. So she's like, I never get to see you fight him. And I'm like, yeah, that's... I'm thinking that's because I'm in Reset City every day. No one wants to see that. Yeah, when I raided her, she was like 6 hours in. Skill issue. She's fucking blowing up, eh? She's doing really well. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 hours of just chatting, yeah. One of those girls. Just chatting girl. No, we don't do the Shura bosses. Yep, does a lot of posture damage. Bro, why does that keep happening? Fuck's sake. Doesn't want to jump. Gonna jump super early there just to make sure. Why do I always feel like lightheaded after cooking? This is a fucking banger. Malicious monster of my destiny. I'm gonna see this band live in September. Oh, they're on Spotify. This is an Aussie metal band named Polaris. Fuck. Should probably practice that. Bitch Kate's backing off. Like the fucking moment she has the opening to back off, she does it every time. Yeah, it's good when she doesn't grab. It's something I have to keep practicing, like, to make sure I've got the feel for it. Like, at one point I had consistent God Snake Eyes where I push her all the way down to the gate without her even having the possibility to back off once. This requires really good, precise dead angles. Where, like, you're controlling where Wolf is moving to so that you're getting the most gains on her. What's up, Eclipse? Maybe you should. Liza P was, yeah, went alright. Finger blasters. When my friends aren't around, I'll just finger blast myself. Bro. Should we tell people about what that does? I feel like we should, because I don't think you're ever gonna get, or very rarely will you ever get people all using the emote without really knowing. Yeah. And when it turns up the volume, like I don't actually hear the volume increase either. Like only the people watching hear it. Which is okay, I guess. I guess it would be kind of annoying if I'm like trying to focus and then the volume suddenly increases. Yeah, so one of the new features we have, so we have that face tracking thing tied to the channel points. Oh, I can play. Oh, I'm surprised that worked. My thumb slipped off the stick. Another feature we have is, it's called turn that shit up. So whenever people use the emotes, turn that shit up, which is what Noid just used. Or they can alternatively use Seki Vibe or Seki Gem. If it's used 5 times in the span of 30 seconds, it actually will increase the volume of the music temporarily. It's one of the features we have with the new streamer bot. It's pretty cool. So if you get a string of people using that, it'll turn the music up. Yeah, there's a bunch of cool things you can do with that bot. What's up, Sarah? I guess we can make a command for it. Oh, I gotta add you as an editor. The Sekiro bot. Sekiro bot's it's Streamlabs chatbot. So editors, I can set people as editors and they can like make commands for that as well. What does that mean? Like, what does that do? Like, you can add another bot to the chat with commands and stuff, like, same as like Sekiro bot. Yeah, right. Oh shit, I forgot to check if the cam was like not covering the health bar. Yep. Oh, it's fucking close. Thank god. Probably move that over a bit just in case. split button. It's the good luck, Matt. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. That floppy. Chad, who sings this song? You should check out and see if this thing works. If people use, everyone use like Seki Vibe or Seki Jam, or turn that shit up. See if you can get the little feature to work. It'll increase the volume. Let me know if it actually turns up. I can't actually hear it myself, but... It might not work. It's been a bit fucky. It worked. Cool. It should last like... How long does it last? Yeah, it'll turn itself off after like 2 minutes, I think. How is it? It's not too loud. That's like really cool. Like, you know, I was only recently talking about wanting to have like a mixer so I can change the volume mid speedrun, but now you guys can do it for me. Like while I'm speedrunning. It just like increases the gain. It's like a filter that increases the gain temporarily, and then it'll just turn off after like 2 minutes. Thank you very much. What are you looking at, you dog? Oh. Oh, where is he? What the fuck? Fuck, he might run away from me now. Yep. Dude, that's dog shit. Did he just take damage? How did, like, dude, how did the first two out... Did he just jump off the... Dude, I just saw him jump off the map, dude. Did he... He must respawn. That'd be so funny if he just died. Oh, there goes that room. Annoying. I don't know how the second hit missed. If the second one connected, I could have salvaged it. One second. So did it turn itself back down? Okay, cool. So yeah, that has a cooldown, so you can't, people can't spam it, but it's not that long. I don't mind if people, because like it doesn't actually change the volume for me, so it only changes it for you guys, so it's not really annoying. Like the music's already louder for me than it is for you. Like I can hear it louder. I've got it like turned down a bit in OBS, so it's not as loud for you. Really? I like to listen to the music while I'm grinding. I always like feel like it'd be annoying having it too loud for chat if they just want to watch the gameplay and like listen to me talk. Especially with it being metal. It's not as like easy to just like have in the background with it being pretty loud. If someone's just lurking and wanting to listen. What's it like? I don't know. I really think about it. You're just obsessed with my face today, eh? Point of view, you're leaning in to kiss Seki. What's up, Spicy? Yeah, I ended up killing all the bosses hitless. You took advantage of me. You're the fucking enemy. It took me a while to get the last boss hitless. Fuck, it was a pain in the ass. Dude, I just... like, trying to do that game hitless made me realize how fucking clunky that game is. Like... I mean, the powering is so arse. I was basically just complaining a lot of the time. I mean, not only is the parrying like, it's not just the parrying, it's like, I guess, in general, like the mechanics just feel not as like smooth as like Souls. That's saying something. Like even like the boss movesets felt kind of clunky too. Like sometimes, a lot of the times, like when a boss would use an attack, the timing of the attack actually connecting to me would like differ. So in order to get like the same timing, I'd have to basically be hugging the boss. Otherwise I'd just be blocking half the time, or, you know, mistiming the parry, which is already like very, very small window. Fuck. Oh, every fucking time it's a vertical jump. What do you do? Yeah, it makes you realize, like, oh god, like From Software is a lot smoother with its movement and stuff, like. And I mean, we complain about this game being like shit sometimes, but when you compare it to other games, you realize like we have it pretty good. Like I definitely had many times where, you know, I'd press parry and like it was like there was this delay of like when my character would pull up his guard, you know? And so it felt like, alright, so I've got this like mini delay, so I've got to press it early, like slightly early, but then I can't press it too early because then I'm gonna get a block, and then the timing's inconsistent. So it's so fucking frustrating. Like you just had to get used to how clunky it was. Like I would fucking lose my mind if I had to challenge run that game. It felt like unfair sometimes, like just getting a block when it's like there's no way that was a block. You know, like there's no fucking way. 'Cause I waited till the very last moment and it's still a block, like get fucked. What's up, Crystal? Like you can tell because, you know, someone, I think Mitch said the number of or the number of parry frames there are, and it's only like a few less than Sekiro, yet this game feels way smoother, and that just tells me that it's because of the clunkiness of Lies of P. It's not just like the number of frames, it's more than that. Like it just, the fights don't flow as well. I think he said like the parry frames are like 9. There's like 9 parry frames. And then Sekiro has like 13 or some shit. 13 or 14. And you play this game, like the parrying feels way more generous. Like you can press it early as fuck in this game. It's ridiculous. Production value? What? Wait. You want some fat, do you? You want some? I'll give it you. If you want some, I'll give it you. Huh? What, you want some dick? Huh? Yeah, like they definitely need to increase the number of parry frames, especially if it's that clunky. They need to increase like how far you roll and everything. Like the roll is pathetic as well. The parry is pathetic, the roll, the step dodge, it just doesn't, it's so bad. Like, there's no incentive to dodging at all. Like, you absolutely may as well parry like it's Sekiro. There's no incentive to dodging and playing it like Bloodborne or Dark Souls. Because you want to be, like, parrying and breaking their posture. So it's literally like Walmart fucking Bloodborne Sekiro. Yeah, I mean, they need to increase the number of parry frames, because it's just frustrating, like I said, if an attack's coming, and it's like maybe a slightly different distance, that, you know, you're not going to connect that parry. It's going to be completely different timing than if you were like 2 steps closer. And it's just so frustrating, like how inconsistent the parries feel. The damage, yeah. I was doing like I had a +2 rapier greatsword. Like it had like the rapier handle and like the greatsword blade. And I was doing like fuck all damage, and I had like light load. And I was being super aggressive, and yeah, it still takes. But still, like, I still like prefer, see, I was saying like yesterday, you know, Lies of P is exactly the kind of game that FromSoft needs to make. It's just like the old Souls games, you know, it's like a more linear game where you can only get so strong before you fight the next boss, and you can't just delete them. Like, I actually like that. But, like, in saying that, like, they took all of these, like, features from, you know, different Souls games, but they took like all the bad ones as well. It's like, bro, like the fact you have to repair your weapon and shit, and you have to like warp back to, you know, every time you want to level up, you have to warp back to the hub. Like that. Like, there's no like quality of life. You consume stamina while out of combat. Why didn't they like take what From Software learned from their old games, you know? It's like they literally just copied everything from Bloodborne without thinking about, oh, was this bad design? It feels like a complete ripoff. It even has, you know, like when you're locked on you do the step dodge, when you're unlocked you do the roll, just like Bloodborne. Yeah, like I didn't like that like every single enemy had these weird, like, you know, they're all like puppets, these weird like animatronic whatever the fuck, and they all have these weird delayed sort of attacks. And so the game wants you to play like Sekiro where you're parrying everything, because that's literally like your only option, because the dodge is shit. But then, and the parry window is so small, and then every single enemy has these crazy delayed attacks, and like you're never ever gonna parry them. the first time around. Like, you're never gonna guess the parry window. Because they either have super delayed attacks or like these instant attacks. Nothing that you can actually ever predict the first time around. I just thought that was annoying. It felt like the weapons didn't have weight to them, like especially the greatsword. There was absolutely no advantage to using a greatsword. The best thing in Dark Souls was, you know, the poise system and all that, like, even with regular mobs, you know, if you use like a heavy weapon, you would just throw enemies around with a heavy weapon, whereas like if you use a lighter weapon like a rapier, you wouldn't be able to just stun lock everything, you know? What? Okay, dude. Thanks for the good luck. I could probably add more like emotes to the what, you know, the thing that activates that command.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
静まったようじゃな。賊め、まだ生きておるぞ。うだ。
What's up, Carrie? What's up, Jans? Thanks for the good luck. I'm feeling a bit like Sunday blues. Weekend went too quick. I can see myself getting frustrated running Lies of P. A bit clunky. Like, I don't know, just like, I think it's fun to play casually, but like to challenge on it, I think it would piss me off. Because it's just like, I don't know, it's not fun enough. Fun to play casually, but not to challenge on. This game's a lot smoother than Lies of P though. Hello? I saw you're a tier 3 sub to Alan. You simping? I reckon you anonymously gifted to yourself, mate. Don't try and hide it. What the fuck is that emote? What's the code for it? Lol. Is that 2B? Or what? What is that? Oh shit. Imagine if like a guy was tier 3 sub to his girlfriend, but his girlfriend was only tier 1 subbed. Is that, do you guys think that's cringe? Or is that fair? I mean, the guy brings in the bags, right? Or should it be equal? That's a good question that I've been thinking about lately, actually. In a relationship, ideally, should like a man love the woman more than the woman loves a man, or should it be like equal, like mutual? Like, what do you think actually works best in the end, like for a working, healthy relationship? Do you think like one person should love the other more than one, you know what I mean? Why measure it? I mean, you shouldn't, but it is something I've thought about before, of course. Like, I think, like, no matter what you like to think, I feel like in every relationship, one person is always going to love their partner more than the other. Even if you like to think it's mutual or whatever, it's probably always, even if it's like unspoken, I think there's always going to be one person that loves the other more. And that's called like, there's like the adorer and the adored, which is in like every relationship pretty much. And it makes me wonder like which ones actually end up working in the end. I feel like ideally you'd want to have like mutual love both ways, 100%. But I feel like in a lot of scenarios there's always one that's loved more. It is weird to think about. No one wants to think about it, but it's the truth, and it's something that you probably should think about. I think it's the reason why a lot of relationships end, because people don't want to think about it. It's reality. What's up, German? What's up, Alan? You and you'll love each other differently. We have talked about it. I think it's healthy to just communicate. Yeah. I mean, obviously I think it should be 100% both ways, but in pretty much every case it's never going to be like 50-50. It should be 100% both ways. What's up, Biddling? Thanks for the good luck. I think like everyone wants to be in a relationship where like you're both obsessed with each other. But even then I feel like it's never gonna be 50-50. Unfortunately, that's the truth. You might not even like consciously realize it, but it's a subconscious thing.
Nu
What have you lost faith in? I think like everyone wants to love and to be loved. Of course. But like, no matter what you say or how, like what you say, like there's always probably gonna be one that loves more than the other. Oh my god, I got a partial. Expecting to have a relationship where you're both obsessed, yeah. Yeah, it's... Oh, what am I doing, dude? Fucking wrong way. Yikes. Thanks for the good luck. I haven't done that in so long. You hope your next partner gives you space. Yeah. So in your relationship, Crystal, do you think that he loved you more than you loved him? Because it sounds to me like he was obsessed with you, and you weren't as obsessed with him. So why did it end? Because he put boundaries on you, and you didn't like that. Up camera. That headshot didn't connect. I'm not saying it's anything that ever gets vocalized. Like, I think the whole saying I love you more. No, I love you more is cringe as fuck. I would never do that. But I think it is just something that will always exist, whether you like it or not. And it could be something you don't consciously think about. But it will probably be the reason why most relationships end. Because someone's gonna love more than the other. And one person's gonna work harder to keep the other around. And it just makes me wonder, what is the ideal scenario? Is it for both people to somehow love each other equally? Love is hard. It's fucking like, it's like almost impossible it'll ever be like perfect.
あそう手鼻これ
Ideal is different in every relationship. Yeah, that's true.
これをでお主たけるみだ
No, it wasn't that. I said, I brought up like, what do you think is like, I don't know, I said something like, I feel like in every relationship, like, someone's always gonna like love someone more than the other. And I was just wondering like, what's the ideal scenario? And it's always gonna be different, right? I mean, but I think I do believe that no matter how you feel or what you want to think, it's almost always gonna be like someone is gonna love more than the other. I mean, it's even like if you think you're obsessed with each other. Well, yeah, it is about men and women. That's what I was talking about. And of course, like Crystal said, yeah, like that's not something you should measure though, or not something you should think about. Which yeah, like no one wants to think about it, but it's reality, right? Like no matter what you want to feel about it, that is reality, I believe. And I think it's something you should, you know, think about. To understand your future relationships, and like if you want to look back at your previous relationships, where things, like how things ended and why. Like think about, maybe did one person love more than the other? What did they do to, like in the end? Why did it lead to that? At the end of the relationship? Because it, like, from my experience, it almost always... relationships end because one person, you know, loves less than the other. And one person is going to work harder to keep you around in the relationship. You know what I mean? Ideally, of course, you want to be obsessed with each other and you want to be equally loving each other 100% and putting in all the work you can to make it work. But that's not reality. It's almost never that perfect. It's not a fucking fairy tale for everyone. I've had relationships end bad as well, where I thought, like, in the beginning, it's like we were absolutely obsessed with each other, and you think it's going to be like 100% both ways, and that you're both going to work as hard as possible to make it work, but in the end you realize that one person loves more than the other. And it's something you can't really comprehend at the time, because you didn't think that would ever be the case. Fucking hell. Okay, good. And yeah, people's feelings change, right? Like you can start off where you think it's like you both love each other equally, obsessively, and then your feelings might change later on. Or one person does something where like you get the ick. I think I just wrong warped, dude. I'm so rusty already after like fucking taking one day off. It's not that I was just distracted either, I straight up just forgot. Alright, well, I'm gonna try the risky strat if I can remember. Make up for that. Fuck, I don't even remember it, honestly. Oh god. Oh, it worked. Yeah. Don't shoot me. I still lost a lot of time, but whatever. Yeah, people's feelings change. And I think eventually, like, the love levels for each other can either drop or increase. It's never gonna be the same, I think. It's gonna change. Bro, I can't even hit this cunt. Fucking rocks are in the way. Yeah, of course, like good communication is absolutely key in a healthy relationship. But even then, even with good communication, I still feel like one person will still work harder to make things work. I mean, that's eventually what will happen in every relationship that ends eventually. Is one person doesn't want to work through the problems because they love the other one less. Because they don't see a future with them. It is the only reason relationships end. Like, when you love someone, you make sure that shit works, right? Like, you feel like you do anything to make it work. But when one person thinks it's not worth it, they're the one who loves less. Oh god. Alright, I guess we're doing the old strat.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Yeah, ideally, like, you're always gonna want it to be somewhat mutual, right? Even if it'll never be equal. You want it to be. I mean, obviously, ideally, that's what everyone wants. You want someone to look after you. You know, yeah, people do love differently. Men and women love differently. You want a woman to love you, look after you, and you do the same to her, right? What everyone wants, ideally. How did that miss him? Bro. Well, there goes the run. Great follow-up, nice. Immediately lose 30 seconds to that. Run's immediately dead. Alright, I need to pee. not me sitting on the shitter fucking losing my shit literally to funny memes on Twitter. Oh. No, I would never say that shit. Like I'd never say that shit. I'm not saying that, you know, but I do think that there is an unspoken reality that one person loves more than the other. And you might not even realize it. It's not something I want. You know, of course, I did wonder, you know, after my last relationship, I was like, I did have the thought of like, man, ideally, should you want someone that loves you more so that like they're gonna work to keep you around? But of course I realize that's kind of toxic, right? Like that's like not ideal because you want to love as well. Like I think as a person, I mean, I want to love and be loved. I want to love someone and work to keep them around too, you know, put in the effort, put in 100% both ways. I think most people want to be in the position of the adorer, of when they're you know, they're super in love with someone and they have those feelings, you know. I don't want to be someone who's like just with someone because they love me and I get the benefits of that, and like that I know they're gonna work to keep me around, and I want to, you know, I want to feel too. So I do think ideally, you know, you're both going to mutually love each other 100% and you're both going to put in the effort. I think I just had that thought after I got fucked over in my last relationship where it was clear like I was the one putting in all the effort in the end. I was the only one fighting to keep it, you know, to keep it alive. And then I was like, man, like in the future, what do I want? Like, but I don't, no, I do think I don't want it to be where it's like one person loves more than the other. I do want it to be where both of you are working to make, you know, you're both working to make it a healthy relationship. You know, I was left with a lot of resentment after my last relationship for a while. It's something that you know, I never got the closure that I needed, and I had to confront my feelings myself, and I had to kind of forgive them in my own mind, even though they didn't deserve it. You know, because I had to move on. I didn't want to be left to this bitter person and not be able to open up to anyone, you know. I still want to love. I still want to be loved. And so I do feel like I'm doing better. You know, it's been like, how long's it been? 10 months. It's been 10 months since I was officially in a relationship. And it did take me a while to get through it. I feel like I'm mostly through it, you know. There were bad days, but I feel like that was definitely the most I've ever suffered from a relationship, and also the most I've ever grown and learned from a relationship, which is a good thing, I think. I honestly do think you need to suffer in order to grow, and that changed me for sure. Like I will never allow myself to go through the disrespect that I went through in that relationship. Nor do I ever want anyone else to feel what I felt, or like I'm never gonna do that to someone else, you know. I don't know how you could. It's just cruel. It's immature. It's cowardly. Anyway. But I'm doing so much better now, you know, like I feel like so much better than I ever was when I was with them, you know. I really have found myself. I'm thriving on my own. I've learned a lot, and that's all it is, right? With anything in life. You learn, and it is what it is, you know? You can't fucking sit around and complain about it. You have to take accountability. Even if you did nothing wrong, you pretty much have to say it's your fault. And like, here's what you're gonna learn from it. Here's what to avoid in the future. Now get back out there and stop wasting time. You have a life to live. Time is ticking. What's the point in wallowing around in self-pity? Pointing the finger at others. They don't deserve that attention. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, no matter how badly you get treated, you pretty much have to, as a man, you have to take accountability. Look at yourself. Learn from it. What's up, Subkill? How is he parrying that, dude? My early game has been so bad lately. 1 year of it going down? What do you mean going down? Like, did it get flooded?
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Oh. And I always find it better to just move away from, like, I mean, I only moved 15 minutes away from my like hometown sort of thing. Like my parents still live there. But I felt like it was such a breath of fresh air even just to move that far. Where like you're not seeing the same faces every day, you know? Not saying you need to like go really far away, but I think it's so nice to just start anew somewhere else, you know? Especially like if you're dating locally, like it really makes you think like, man, like the love of your life could be right outside, you know, in another city, not far from where you are, and you'll never meet them because of where you currently live. Like the chance of you ever meeting the right person is not that great. Yeah, it does suck if you have like a relationship that still haunts you, or going to a certain location might remind you of them. I had that for a while, like with, you know, one of my girlfriends. Like every time I drove through the suburb, like where I used to see her, like where she used to live, like in the city, I would just like subconsciously get this like feeling of sort of, I don't know if it was like dread or like anxiety, even without like even thinking about it, even just driving through there and not even realizing like which suburb I was in. Just like subconsciously when I picked up the environment, I would just get this like feeling of anxiety sort of thing. It was weird. But I eventually got over that, because I guess it was, you know, it was still kind of fresh. Really small world, you might see someone, you know, yeah, that sucks. It does suck when you pretty much have to be around an ex, you know. You wish you could just, you know, you wish they just didn't exist sometimes, like you could just erase them from existence. Well, not in that way, but just to be ignorant of their existence, if that makes sense. And sometimes you just can't do that. I mean, like, I can't do that, you know, currently. But I think it's something where you kind of have to, in order to move on properly, it's up to you to do that. Like, you have to confront your negative feelings about it. And in a way, you kind of have to like forgive them in your mind, even if they don't deserve it. Like, that's what I was saying before. Like, I think they absolutely, you know, I still feel like that. I still feel like they don't deserve that, but you need like the closure, you know, you need like to, you can't just have this like bitter feeling for them forever, or you'll never be able to truly move on. You want to get to the point where like someone mentions their name or you see them somewhere and you don't feel anything. That's like when you know it's, you know, you're over it and you know that they're not worth, you know, they're not worth thinking about. You dodged a bullet. It weren't the right one for you. Not worth even giving them the energy, you know. It's the best feeling when you can look back at an ex and I don't know if like how to describe it, if it's maybe it doesn't have to be like disgust, but you can be like, man, like why did I even date that person, you know, like I would never date someone like that now. Or like you just don't feel any bitterness. Yeah, that sucks, Cameron. That would suck. Fucking sounds about right, eh? Cheating with a coworker. It still pops up, yeah. It's like that. It can. Some guys, you know, some men are haunted for it for years. Some men their whole fucking lives. But I just think like it's just not worth wasting the energy, like sitting around and thinking so much about it. I mean, you need to think about like what you've learned from it and how you can move on from it, you know. I think it is something you need to confront and take accountability for. Even if she absolutely did you wrong, you need to think like, right, what can I learn from this? How could I have handled this better? Like I said, I brought this up a million times, but I think like a lot of people say, oh, like how do you even move on? And a lot of people say, oh, with time you move on. But I don't believe that. I think you need to move on yourself. Like you need to take action. I think as well, like it's like, I mean, you're always gonna have that scar, right, no matter what. And it's probably a good thing. You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn. And you're not going to allow yourself to be hurt like that again. And I think like in order to heal a wound of the heart, that requires love, and that may not necessarily be like finding your next fucking, your next girlfriend or whatever. It can be like just filling that void in your heart with self-love and love from family and friends around you. You know, doing the things you love doing, finding a purpose. Maybe it could be, you know, another person that loves you the way you should be loved, you know? I think it's a combination of things. I think if you just sit around waiting for things to get better, it's never going to happen. And I've seen that happen to so many guys, you know, the older guys, where they allow like a woman to destroy them and they fucking sit around for like 10 years and they allow it to haunt them. And they just let the time tick and they don't move on. And they like, when I think about that, it scares me because it's like, dude, imagine how many opportunities you let fly by because you were still hung up on an ex. And people like that, they just like radiate this energy, and anyone can fucking sense it, especially like other women. They'll see that you're like still not over it. And it's like the biggest fucking turn off. I think you need to have good friends as well that you can talk to about how you're feeling, so you can actually like write in words, like write down how you're feeling, and I think that's the best way to get through stuff like that as well. So you can sort of understand yourself more. Ideally, like another male friend that'll listen to you and be, you know, offer a logical response. I like getting like the perspective of older guys too that have been through shit like that, like how they dealt with it, and like the, you know, just hearing their wisdom and like to hear what they would have done, or what, you know, what they should have done but they didn't. Maybe they have regrets. I think it's always good to listen to people with experience, you know, life experience, so that you don't make the same mistakes they do, or same mistakes they did. The worst thing you can do in life is have feelings of regret. We only have a limited amount of time on this earth, so don't waste it. Seize every opportunity you can while you're still young. Build yourself into the man you want to be. And the rest will follow. Just don't get hit. Bro, that's classic. Oh, you became friends with her ex?
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
That's so Chad. I always like wonder if, you know, those situations happen, right? Like I've been tempted to do that as well, right? To like reach out to an ex of someone I dated, because I'm like, man, like I honestly like felt sorry for the ex, because, you know, she basically did the same thing to me that she did to him. And I realized like this guy was really good for her. I think she was doing really well while they were together. And she threw that away because, yeah, her. She's always looking for something more, you know? And this guy's just wasted his time on her. Wasted more time than I did. Yeah, like whenever I see like you know, a woman that I was like maybe romantically interested or had a relationship with or whatever, move on to another guy, and you know, you see these guys, some of them might be like smug, like haha, yeah, I got the girl, and it's like you kind of feel sorry for them because you know what she's like, you know she's a hoe. It's like, wait, do you actually feel like you've won? Like you haven't won shit. Because you know what she's gonna do to you. You know what I mean? Like, you fucking idiot. Getting like sloppy seconds is probably the biggest L you can take as a man. No one wants to be with someone who's fucked, like, you know that they've like slept around with all of your friends or whatever, you know, people in the same community. Right? I always think that's so toxic. If like one person dates a bunch of people from the same like community or circle, it's never gonna end up well. Ruin our image, exactly. And there's a lot of women like that who will just, you know, they'll flee that group of friends, find a new one because they know they look bad. It's like this unspoken thing. They'll never admit it, but they know their image will look bad if people find out what they did. A little interest she actually had in doing things. One day you stopped messaging her in hopes that she'd message, and she didn't. Yeah, you can just tell. If they're not putting in any effort, then fucking drop them immediately. Like, you shouldn't have to deal with that shit. That just tells you how they're gonna be in the future, man. Even if she's like pretending to play hard to get, I'm not playing those mind games, man. Like these days, if you want to do that shit, you can get fucked. That's like what fucking children in high school do. The type of woman that'll leave you for the next best game. She doesn't care who you are, she cares what you have. As well, like, if I'm talking to a woman and I find out she's talking to like a bunch of other guys, and like I'm dropping her immediately. It's like, dude, if you're not dropping all these other guys when you start talking to me, I don't fucking want it, dude. You need to show loyalty. Like, even if you're not, you know, even if there's no label on it, I think you need to show loyalty if you want a relationship with someone. Fucking bizarre to me that people still fucking, you know, they'll fuck around while kind of like having a situationship with someone or like off dating someone. You know what I mean? That's fucking weird. Modern dating. What Pimo? Doing good, mate. Yourself? Yeah, it's so like backwards, eh? Like things not going well with the guy she wants, so she chats with the other guys to get his attention or whatever. That is the worst thing you can do as a woman. Just saying, like, to like immediately, a high value man's gonna drop you the moment you do that. If you're trying to make him jealous, he's gonna fucking drop you. And if he doesn't, he's a beta. Fucking hell, I just lost a really good run. You do that shit in front of me, you're fucking gone. Trying to make me jealous, fuck you. Feel better about themselves? Yeah, they want the validation. Girl you're friends with always goes, look how many people are simping in your DMs. Lol. I think the reason that failed is because I turned my camera too much. Yeah, like I've had that before as well, like when I'm talking to, like maybe you'll even like have an argument or you'll have like a disagreement and they will like talk, they'll like talk to other guys in front of you, like to get your attention, or maybe even your friends should like try to make you, like clearly try to make you jealous or something, and it's like, that is, you do that, I will drop you. Like I will straight up like stop respecting you. Shows to me what kind of woman you are. Not wife material. I think I should move this over slightly. Oh, why do they just get smaller when I click? No.
いやこれ
Hasn't happened in a while. I feel like my throat's getting a bit scratchy. I hope I'm not getting sick. You can't sprint at the beginning of the tutorial.
いやこれ
What's up, Jersey? Yeah, right. Where does it launch you? For real.
welcome to Chili's.
Man, fucking Sam Carter and what's his name? Winston. They were finally able to sing Impermanence together, which is their crossover song. I think it was in Germany, actually, maybe. I can't remember where, but they're playing in Europe, I think, right now. They finally had a concert together where they could sing their crossover song. Architects and Parkway Drive, if you don't know those singers. You got cancelled, did it? Fuck. It sucks. That Flippero. Yeah, it goes hard. Yeah, his voice exploded when I saw him live at Knotfest, like a couple months ago. And he fucking kept going. He just fucking raw dogged it and kept going. And his voice sounded like more coarse, and it sounded fucking cool. No, I haven't had time to check it out yet. I saw like everyone's hyped for it though. Yeah, I saw them at Knotfest as well.
chilies.
Why? That's so fucking annoying, man. How he just dead angles you like that. Yeah, they're doing great. There's a lot of metal bands that are just doing great these days. I feel like a lot of people are becoming metal fans. What do you think that is? I mean, music, like metal has kind of adapted a bit, you know, with their sound, but also, no, it's like over COVID, like, there's just been these really pog metal albums coming out. Suddenly, there's a bunch of metal fans. Like, maybe people went through a lot of hardships with COVID in isolation. Made them want to listen to metal, made them resonate with metal. Like, there's a lot of different genres of metal now. So. Metalcore is my favorite. Banger. Yeah, you love to see it. I think as well, like, you know, like over COVID, there weren't any like music you know, there weren't many concerts going on because of people having to, you know, social distance and shit. And then once, you know, most of the COVID shit was over and all the metal bands started coming out and just, you know, playing concerts again, I feel like a lot of people started becoming fans because they wanted to go back out to see these concerts. Because of Slipknot. Yeah, Slipknot's great. I don't know, I just vibe really well with metal, makes me feel good to listen to. The breakdowns as well. and the singing, and I feel like metal are some of the most, you know, like heavily emotional songs that you'll find. I mean, literally, like they hit harder than a typical pop song, you know. Breakdowns prevent breakdowns, yeah. And it feels like, you know, the emotion behind the vocals as well, a lot of the time, like, they mean it, you know? Like, you can hear the pain and the anger and the sadness just raw. Wait, Architects really resonated with me, you know, after their guitarist and songwriter died. And like, I mean, like, you know, a couple of the albums were literally written by a dying man who wished to live. You know, he had a wife and a kid on the way. And you can really hear like the pain in Sam Carter's voice when he's singing those songs written by his friend. Fuck bitches, yeah. Yeah, usually like metal albums really tell a story from start to finish. A lot of metalheads, or you know, metal fans and band members, they really want to help people get through their mental health issues. Pop artists don't give a fuck about you, they just want your money. Oh no. Dude, not again. I couldn't see what he's doing. He's serious. Dude. Dog shit. My Gobu has been so bad lately. Like, it's like the dodgebacks in phase 1 I just never get right anymore. He always goes some fuck direction or I get dead angled. It doesn't click anymore the way it used to. That is fucking disgusting. Plus 16.7, get fucked. Like, how could it possibly be that bad? It's cool that you're gonna be a nurse. I could never do stuff like that. I did every boss hitless individually. I don't want to do a full run. I just wasn't enjoying the game enough. Like, it felt clunky as fuck. The last boss took me fucking ages to beat hitless. It was so annoying. The amount of times, like, I would get a block or something, or like the parry just didn't work when it should. It's like so frustrating. It's not just like that the parry window is so small, but like, I don't know, I feel like the bosses themselves are like kind of clunky. Where's the wall jump? It just straight up decided, you know what, I'm not gonna wall jump. I pressed A. Bruh. Eight inputs? Yeah, I got 8 inputs as well. I think it'd be fun to play casually, but I wouldn't fucking challenge on it. Like, it was just way too frustrating. Like, it was just too clunky. play it like once and never again. Yeah, I think it's so fucking stupid that like you lose stamina when you parry. I was like, what the fuck? It just doesn't work. Like, in this game you have like, if you parry something, it fills up your posture meter. But then like, as long as you perfect parry, like you're fine, right? Like you have unlimited stamina, so you can always keep attacking. So the fights just flow. But in that game, it's like, you parry and you lose stamina, so then like, once you finally parried and you find an opening to attack, you fucking can't because you got no stamina. It's fucking stupid. I think like the reward for parrying isn't good enough either. Like you have to parry and you have to keep attacking like shitloads before you even get to groggy state. And like for how risky parrying is, it's just not even worth it. Like, not rewarded enough. What the fuck? Yeah, and then like when you finally get him to groggy, like you still have to do a charged R2 anyway to even get the fucking riposte. So it's like there's so much shit you have to do to even get rewarded. And it just flows terribly. Just like a lot of the decisions the design choices don't make sense. It's like they just took a bunch of features from different Souls games and jammed them into the game, and it just doesn't fucking work. It's like Walmart, Bloodborne plus Sekiro. And the fact that there's no visible posture as well is annoying, just like Elden Ring. When that seems to be such a core part of the game. Since it's like Sekiro, you should be able to see their posture. They took like they very clearly copy and pasted from Bloodborne, but they didn't fix any of the quality of life issues that Bloodborne had. It still has all these problems with it, like weapon durability, like having to warp back to the hub to level up, shit like that. Like, why the fuck? Like, you literally can level up at like the first Stargazer or whatever, and then they change it so that, oh, suddenly you can't do that. You have to talk to the waifu now. We put this waifu in just for the sole purpose of having a waifu, and we're gonna give her a purpose of leveling up. Like, what the fuck was that about? On top of that, they literally copy-paste like DS3 Firekeeper. Recolor it. Like, not even ashamed about it. It's literally like shameless ripoff. I've never played Final Fantasy.
Kiss. いやこれ。
お前もう
On screen, 111.09. It's all good. Exclamation mark playlist. Fuck, I hope I'm not getting sick. I can feel my throat is like scratchy. Don't you hate when there's like some dog at work that's like sick as fuck? Like coughing and his voice is like raspy and it's like, why the fuck are you here, cunt? If I get sick. He's like trying to have a conversation with you, like getting in your face. Like, get the fuck away from me, dog. Yeah. They're the same people who deny that they're sick. Oh, I'm not sick, but they are. Wouldn't trust a thing that cunt says. Everywhere, the whole run is a pain. Wait. No! Fucking dog. You're a fucking dog, cunt. There's a few world record level runners running this at the moment. It's pretty popular right now. Otowari. People will eventually catch up if I don't hurry up and smash it. I feel like I do like perform better under pressure, like when either someone does take my record or they're close to, and I start like taking it more seriously. I really do feel like people need that sort of rivalry to force each other to be better, you know? Oh, you can look at the splits. It tells you. Alright, there's several people who could take my record right now with a good run. They're well and truly good enough players to do that. Oh, 0? What's up, Ponnet? The Sekiro daddy. Is that what he calls me? Thanks for the good luck. The fuck? Have a good one, Vizzo. Thanks for the good luck, mate. Yeah. Man with a plan.
我がとたふきはお
でき
ふしおこのあ
この
して一心
So, person whose name I can't read. Some of the best players in the world are keyboard and mouse users. You don't really get big disadvantage in this game. I would say that in Dark Souls, I definitely controller's better. But in this game, it's not as important. I still would much prefer controller personally for like boss fights, because you just have more camera control and stuff. But it's good for like running sections, keyboard and mouse, when you just like can run in straight lines. Point and run. Oh my god. That's fucking funny, dude. Did you speed that up? That's amazing. I really can clap that fast, I swear. I love it. That's how fast I clap cheeks. Fully jackhammer it.
5時そこの5時
I can see it.
我が身を使うとねこの刀置いてゆけ愚かなり
Fucking dog shit RNG. Pretty sure I'm happier than you'll ever be. Little bro. Oh yeah, it's an alt. I've been in here multiple times, chatting shit. I'm aware of that.
Nuko.
Well, if I wake up tomorrow morning and I feel like shit, I'm just calling in. I can already feel the scratchy throat. That's the first sign of you're gonna get sick, cunt. Dude, I've been sick way too many times in the last year, eh? I've gotten the flu like 3 fucking times. I never used to ever get sick, eh? Like, I don't usually get sick. What's up, stranger? I've been eating healthy. I've been punching fucking chicken and veg. You do the salt warm water gurgle? No. I have like strepsils that I suck on. Or butter menthols.
まだ埃がひどい
I'm clueless with home remedies. I probably spend way too much money on shit like that, like, you know. Like, I fucking go through so many painkillers and shit that I probably don't need to take. As soon as I get like slight discomfort in the head, I'm like, fucking punch 2 Panadols or Nurophens. Probably a waste of money, yeah. And then I like desensitize myself to painkillers. I think like people should just learn to live with headaches. Like there's probably a A headache is your body telling you that there's something wrong. Like you're probably like dehydrated or haven't eaten or whatever. Or it could be addiction. I think if you're just like numbing the pain, it's kind of pointless, right? Yeah, like you should keep them for when you need them. Little discomfort didn't ever do any harm. Fucking dog. Yeah, of course. This can't. Backstabbies. I'll take that time back. Bitch. Watashi wa Yukikaze. Fuck. No ideal. Ah! Do the roar. Do the Ellen hydrate.
Do the roar.
What's up, Nicholas? Thanks for the good luck.
Do it.
I love you, daddy. Haven't you seen Shrek? Isn't it from Shrek the Third, or is it the fourth one? Yeah, she beat Sword Saint Ishin in 50 minutes last night. Crazy. What a gamer. On her first playthrough. It's impressive. Forever After. Is that the fourth one? I think I saw it in cinemas. Yeah. Oh. I love you, daddy. To the roar. Do it. What's up, penguin? I fucking love Shrek. I used to rewatch Shrek and like Shrek 2 so many times when I was a kid. Used to love when it was on, you know, airing on free-to-air TV. What I loved when I was younger was like checking through the TV guide to see like what movies were on that week. On like the Fridays or whatever, or the weekends. A lot of the times they'd be playing, like, they'd be marathoning Harry Potter. Yeah, Potter. You wish. Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with a finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. What's up, Alex? Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Man, the amount of fucking breaks back then when you're watching a movie. And they just pull a random ad break like mid-scene. A different time now, eh? Kids don't have to deal with all that shit anymore. They can just select whatever fucking movie they want to watch at any time. It's crazy. You know, back then, it's like you had like free-to-air TV playing movies, and you had like maybe a few DVDs or whatever, or you know, whatever you had back then that you would watch on repeat. Like the amount of like movies I rewatched as a kid over and over and over and over again because that's all we had. Wait, it's Father's Day? Eh. Look forward. Damn, I don't think it's Father's Day here. Yeah, we did that too. Used to think I used to think like we were such criminals for doing that. You wouldn't steal a movie. You wouldn't steal a car. I think I remember like asking my mom like at the video store too, like I was excited because I remember like I don't know why I vividly remember this, but I remember like we rented out like Lilo and Stitch. And like I remember asking my mom like at the store as we were going to pay for it, like, oh, I can't wait to like copy this or whatever, you know, burn it so we can have it forever. And I remember her like telling me off like that, not to say that because we'd get in trouble. And I thought like, oh my god, I've just doomed my whole family. This is the end. We're gonna get arrested. The police are gonna come and fucking arrest us. It's my fault. I thought I was such a criminal, dude. Oh no. I forgot to do the Seki share that time. Yeah. Yeah, you could even do it with like video games, right? Like we used to go to this guy who burned like the original Xbox games onto CDs, and we bought them from him for like $10 each instead of, you know, paying full price at like the video game store. Such a criminal thing. And I also had like a chipped Xbox where you could do the same sort of thing. Like if you played, you could rent out a game from the video store and then just copy it, you know, like burn it sort of onto the chip, and you could play it forever. I mean, just copy it onto the hard drive. Like you didn't even need the disc to play it. Bro, where is the jump? It just straight up didn't jump. Where was it? Did I? Did I accidentally click the stick in? That'd be right. Those usually never connect, but only after you take damage will they connect. Yeah. I'm going to bed. I got work tomorrow. I don't have time for another one. It's annoying. Yeah, we're gonna raid Faladrin. She's cool. She has such a baby face. Uncanny. She's doing Dark Souls 3 SL1 hitless. She's on a pretty decent run. She's on her way to watches. Yeah, have a good Sunday. Have a good Monday. See you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Love you guys.